When you stand straight like this, even if you turn, you remain in place. But when you address the ball, you sway a bit, right? So where should the bend occur? It should bend here, so that you can stay in place. If you just maintain this position during the address, it becomes really difficult because the structure is already swaying like this. You need to have that feeling. Yes, that's right. It should be like that. When you do the backswing and turn, you should still be in place. But if your address is already tilted like this, then naturally, when you turn, you will go further. To find your position from here, it needs to bend here. Yes, it should feel like that. The reason is that during the address, the upper body is slightly bent forward. Because it is bent, if you just turn from that position, it will look like this. So, it needs to bend here to stay in place. That's why the golf swing involves bending the upper body slightly. Overall, it is vertical, but it is not fully extended. It is like this. Therefore, you need to feel that it bends here to stay in place. It's in my video too, but from this position, if I push my lower body like this, then the in-out movement increases. Or if the upper body goes back from this position, then the out-in movement increases. So from this position, you need to hit the ground straight like this. But what happens is that you keep hitting behind the ball. Then people around you say that you can't transfer your weight properly. So what do? They do this. But when the lower body moves out, the upper body naturally goes back, which leads to hitting behind the ball more and keeps the weight at the back. Instead, keep the lower body back and the upper body forward. Let me exaggerate a bit. If you swing a lot from this position, then the weight just goes out. The weight transfer should happen because of this. When the lower body moves out, the arrangement of the upper and lower body changes, and it hits from behind. If you just swing with the lower body back and the upper body forward, the weight will go out like this. So many people are making the opposite effort. Because they can't transfer their weight, they keep trying to go out, which causes the upper body to go back even more. The ultimate swing is to stand straight like a tree, completely vertical, and swing like this. But the body can't be like that. Most of the time, it ends up like this, or the lower body goes out, and it ends up like this. If that happens, it is not balanced. So this part needs to be bent. If this structure doesn't change, it requires significantly less energy to swing the club. But if you swing from here and it changes like this, then it will deviate from the track. You see, if you can't ride a smooth track, it becomes even harder. You have to transition like that. Your weight was really good. But if you look closely, it feels like you kept your lower body planted here while swinging. But during the downswing, it looks like your left hip and areas like that are moving out. Right. Right. This is the stationary position. The impact pose looks really great, which is why the finish happens like this. The lower body moves back while the upper body stays forward. And then you finish there. Right. That's how you get shots like this. Just swing without thinking, without a target or a ball. When you do this, the area underneath becomes very short. That's not it. But when there is a target, you start to extend it longer. It's not about that. It's just this. Try swinging with just your right hand like this. Yes, it should go over like that. Then this part becomes very short, right? The bottom folds immediately. You need to feel that. So how are you going to send that to the target? My body is aimed at the target, so I just need to swing from that position. You pushed your lower body. Right now the lower body is behind and the upper body is in front. You pushed again, didn't you? The lower body should stay still. Keep the lower body still. More back. Lower body further back. Upper body further forward. That's right. It should be like that. That's right. This is really good. I'm selling this in China. 30,000 won. I want to get a commission from the Chinese seller. I've really referred a lot. You just throw it and relax immediately. At the top. Right. That's how you should relax. Just like now. Yes, that's how it should be. The feeling from earlier is that when I swing from here, I feel like I'm really promoting this. So when I swing from here, the ball goes out like this, and the swing naturally finishes itself. However, this club isn't just hanging onto the ball. So, in terms of feeling, it's as if there's a ball hanging right here. The feeling when throwing from the top is to hit the ball towards the head. Just imagining that can maximize the effectiveness of this training device when actually swinging. So right now, the ball is positioned up near the grip. It's stuck with a magnet. Just shake it towards the head from the top. And that's it. Shake it off and just relax like you are now. The direction is off right now, but it came out very smoothly.
Enjoyed the club drop.
And the speed increases even more. You need to relax right away. You can't grip it tightly like this. It will just fall apart. Right here. It reached up to 94, didn't it? So it's about how much strength you're applying, and I'm the same way. Recently, I haven't had my club drop like this, so I keep holding on to the strength. Especially when hitting with a shorter club. It's the most fun during the short game. You just shake it off and release the tension right away. At the top, you just shake it off, and it's so smooth and nice. Wow, the club really releases well. But if you keep holding on, it won't release. It's the same with the drive, right? It's obvious. But what can you say if a pro talks about it? Take it out.